When you picture getting old, what do you see? Do you see a slow, shuffling walk? Do you see a walker? Do you see the fear of falling? We tend to accept this frailty as inevitable, just part of the aging process. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. But what if I told you that you aren't slowing down because you are old? What if you are getting old because you slowed down? The viral truth is that your body doesn't lose muscle evenly. Aging is a sniper. It specifically targets and busts your fast-twitch muscle fibers while leaving your endurance fibers relatively untouched. This is why you can still walk at age 80, but you can't catch yourself if you trip. Today, we are talking about fast-twitch remodeling. We are going to explore the difference between the marathon muscle and the sprinter muscle, why a skinny sprinter can punch harder than a bodybuilder, and the specific power training protocols, even if you have bad knees, that can keep you out of a nursing home and moving like an athlete for life. Please take a second to like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. To understand why you lose your spark, you have to understand the machinery. Your muscles are made of a mix of fiber types. First, you have type 1, the slow twitch. These are your marathon fibers. They are red because they are full of blood and oxygen. They are highly efficient and fatigue-resistant, and they are used for posture, walking, and standing. Then, you have type 2, the fast twitch. These are your sprinter fibers. They are white because they rely less on oxygen and more on stored sugar, your glycogen. They are bigger, stronger, and explosive, and they are used for jumping, sprinting, and lifting heavy things quickly. Think of type 1 as a Honda Civic, great gas mileage, runs forever, but slow acceleration. Think of type 2 as a top fuel dragster, burns fuel fast, huge power, but tires out quickly. Most of your daily life involves the Honda Civic, and that is the problem we need to address. Here is the scary statistic. Between the ages of 30 and 80, you might lose 30 to 50% of your muscle mass, but you don't lose it evenly. Research published in the Journal of Physiology confirms that aging causes a preferential atrophy of type 2 fibers. You lose the dragsters, but you keep the Civics. This happens because of the use it or lose it principle the body works with. You walk every day using your type 1 fibers. But when was the last time you sprinted? When was the last time you jumped? Since you stop sending the high-velocity signal to the brain, the body decides those expensive, energy-hungry type 2 fibers are a waste of resources. It breaks them down and disconnects the nerves that power them. This leads to Dynapenia, the loss of power. You might still have the strength to stand up, very slowly, but you lack the power to react quickly. And reaction time is what saves you from a broken hip. So how do we wake them up? We need plyometrics. Plyometrics simply means jump training, but biologically it is training for the central nervous system. Your brain recruits muscle fibers in a specific order, known as Henneman's size principle. For low force, like walking, it uses small type 1 motor units. Only when the demand is high, like jumping, does it recruit the massive type 2 motor units. If you never move fast, you never turn on the high threshold switches. Plyometrics, like a box jump or a medicine ball slam, force the nervous system to bypass the slow fibers and immediately recruit the fast ones. You are essentially rewiring the connection between your brain and your explosive muscle tissue. This explains a common gym paradox. Why can a 160-pound Olympic weightlifter or sprinter generate more force than a 250-pound bodybuilder? It comes down to physics. Force equals mass by acceleration. The bodybuilder focuses on mass. They lift slowly to maximize tension and muscle size or hypertrophy. This builds big type 2 fibers but trains them to move slowly. The sprinter focuses on acceleration. They train their nervous system to fire instantly. They have high neural drive. For longevity, you want to be more like the sprinter. Big muscles are nice for aesthetics, but fast muscles are essential for function. You want the ability to generate force instantly, not just eventually. In the lab, we measure this using something called rate of force development. This is literally how fast you can develop force. Imagine you slip on ice. You have about 200 milliseconds to shoot your leg out and catch yourself. High strength, low rate of force development. You are strong enough to hold your weight, but it takes you 500 milliseconds to generate that strength. The result is, you fall before your muscle turns on. High rate of force development, you generate that force in 100 milliseconds, and the result is, you catch yourself. Rate of force development is the single most important physical quality for aging. It is the difference between a close call and a hospital visit. And the only way to improve this is to move weights, or your body, with intent to move fast. The holy grail question, can I turn my slow fibers into fast fibers? The science here is nuanced. It is very difficult to convert pure type 1 fibers into pure type 2 fibers. However, there is a hybrid fiber called type 2A. Type 2A fibers are the chameleons. They can act like endurance fibers or power fibers depending on how you train. If you just jog, your type 2A fibers shift towards type 1 characteristics. They are slower. If you sprint and jump, your type 2A fibers shift towards type 2X characteristics. They are faster. So, while you might not become Usain Bolt if you were born to be a marathoner, you absolutely can shift your hybrid fibers toward explosiveness. You can make your middle gear significantly faster. Now, if you are 50 and haven't jumped in 20 years, do not go outside and sprint 100 meters. You will blow an Achilles tendon. Your tendons need time to stiffen up to handle the load. We start with low-impact power. First, the medicine ball slam. Lift a light ball overhead and slam it into the ground as hard as you can. Why? It's 100% explosive effort, but zero impact on the joints. Second, the kettlebell swing. Snap the hips forward explosively. This trains the fast twitch fibers of the posterior chain without the impact of running. Third, speed squats. Use a light weight or just body weight. Lower down normally, but stand up as fast as possible. The intent to move fast recruits the type 2 fibers, even if the actual movement speed isn't blindingly fast. Fourth, pogo hops. The tiny 1-inch jumps focusing on stiff ankles. This prepares the tendons for plyometrics without the high impact of landing from a height. Here is the doctor's verdict. Don't ever go gentle. The poet Dylan Thomas wrote, "Do not go gentle into that good night." I really like to think he was talking about type 2 muscle fibers. We are trained to be gentle as we age. We are told to walk, to stretch, to be careful. And while safety is key, gentle is the signal for atrophy. If you want to stay young, you have to remind your body that it still needs to be dangerous. You need to remind your nervous system that you still have a dragster in the garage. Speed is not just for the young. It is the currency of life. Let's get fast. I'm Dr. Levitas, helping you stay explosive for life. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Also share, comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos to empower your health and fitness journey. So, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.